I was getting ready for bed, brushing my teeth, washing my face, about to literally crawl into bed, and are you kidding me? Are you? My lights are programmed to go off, and I just turned them on, and I thought hold on. Guys, that was so significant that happened, and I have a feeling it's going to tie into this message, but Spirit asked me very specifically to give a message to the divine masculines. Very rarely do I, my collectives tend to be more feminine in nature, and so, but this was like, now, and I want to name that my eyesight is right now, I'm seeing a lot of shadows in my peripheral right now, and the fact that it went dark, and so when lights turn off, your eyes will adjust, and so it's like there's this weird in between of adjusting to more light or to the darkness. At the bottom of the deck we have the unseen. I feel like Spirit has been calling your attention, my sweet masculines, and hi, this might be the first time that you're seeing me, but you feel called to stay. Hi, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here, and Astremia on my other account where I do evolutionary astrology. I have a newsletter. It's kind of like this touch point, this guide point I send out every Monday about the upcoming astrological transits. It's totally free. You can sign up through the link in my bio. Tell me, what does this divine masculine need to know right now? Again, I feel like that's sort of like, oh, okay, because I was like, why did it go dark? Why did the lights turn off right when I decide to do this message? And I'm not even going to look at those cards yet. It feels like the effort that I had to get up and go turn the lights back on. It's like things you have to manually like restart. Okay, we have Althea, the mentor, the ring, and the stone. Althea is all about truth. And I feel like you're on this search for truth. This is giving very much like Joseph Campbell's hero's journey sort of foundational pieces where like you are now starting a new cycle. And that's what that ring talks to. But the stone, it's giving like the sword in the stone, like King Arthur kind of like vibe, Knights of the Round Table. Like there's something about like having to put effort in to build something sustainable for yourself. And the mentor card coming out as well. There's two pathways. For some of you, because I feel like I'm reading for a very broad divine masculine collective. For some of you, it's becoming a mentor to people. You've gained knowledge, you've gained truth. And for some of you, it's admitting that like it's time to find a mentor, where it's like looking for help. Can we get more on this? Welcome to having the veil dropped. You've awakened, and it might feel a bit, again, that's kind of what like the darkness was. You probably have recently emerged from a dark night of the soul. And there's something that's so shocking about that, and that's a term used a lot in New Age spirituality that just talks about like going to the depths of yourselves. Like the depths that you can presently reach within your capacity presently. And that sort of symbology of my lights turning off, like you, like the lights around you turned off. And for some of you, I heard you might do martial arts. You might have actually gotten knocked out before. You know what it's like to have like a blood choke, right? I used to train martial arts, getting back into it here soon. So it's like there's this sort of like idea of like things being shut off and then restart, and like you having to restart it. We have the Starborn and the dead end at the bottom, and that's why I said welcome, because you have removed the blindfold. You've entered the matrix. You understand what's going on here, and it's like, how do I start a new journey when I see the reality around me. And that's where, hi, I might be your mentor in this scenario. I might be playing this role of mentor for you. If you do want to work with me, I do have coaching and mentorship spots open for some of you, inviting you to that. Whoa. Yeah. We have the hunter popping out. And the shadow. You're facing this, it's interesting because the hunter has this, right, with the shadow at the bottom here, this feels like you're confronting this part of you that wants to run away from things, right? When things get hard, like running and just like being, because when you think of hunters, they're not, humans don't really hunt in packs, right? I don't know, but that's kind of what's coming up for me is like you choosing to be solo and like going and like doing things on your own. But there's also power in this, in the direction. If we look at this card very specifically, it's like going towards this, like it's got this narrow-minded focus of like, this is what I'm going for. And that's what you're moving into, but you've had to confront the shadow of running away. And so this is almost, and I'm kind of seeing like, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. At the top here, it kind of looks like an eye kind of gazing out that way. It's like you've decided to run towards your desires instead of away from them. And that's a new feat for you. Because actually choosing to go and fight for what you want wasn't taught, wasn't role modeled to you, like modeled to you. Anything else, Spirit? They want me to switch decks. What else can I share here? Coagulation, virgin's milk, sublimation, and Chiron. Okay. You're starting anew on this journey and all these parts. I want to, because there's things when you're awakening, when you're starting on this path, when knowledge is coming in, it's kind of like this, like, wow, like this beautiful magical substance, amaret, virgin's milk, this sort. And these might be phrases I'm saying to you guys that you're like, what the fuck is this girl talking about? This is essentially the essence of like the nectar of the gods. When you read like what would be considered enlightenment, right? You've tapped into a thread of that, and it's revealing, whether it's through like awakening, whether it was through plant medicine, whatever it was, something happened and you've gained insight, and there's an addictive quality to that. There's this idea of like chasing the dragon, and that happens, yes, in spirituality too. People tend to like, I want to ascend. I'm giving you a bit of a warning here, not like a scary warning, but just to ground down. You have a lot of things still kind of connected, and that just even looking at this card visually, coagulation has to do with like things being tied up. It's like you're just starting the process of untying conditioning around you, what you were raised in, your family's beliefs. You're just starting the process. And sublimation and Chiron, like, you are in a human vessel for a reason. You already, spirit-wise, you already know what it's like to be way up there. The human experience is about feeling emotions, processing physical, tangible things, because without a body, we can't feel those things. And so there's a pain point that that may come up if you try to ascend too far without grounding your roots down and doing the present work of untangling yourself. Yep. We have the drowned king. There you are facing deeper layers of you, and you, instead of ascending right now, you need to go inwards. You need to go down and deep into the roots of yourself and understand like what is the foundation that you've been built off of. And like the drowned king represents the suppressed masculine, the like where you've been acting in ways that haven't been supportive for the greater picture. And that is the work that you're moving through now and starting this new journey with this new perception. Okay, I'm going to invite you guys to come join my Discord community. It's a beautiful space. If you're looking for extra support, come hang out, you guys.